Have you ever found yourself staring at your suitcase, dreaming about the beach or the mountains or maybe that little cafe you once loved in another city? But then you think, will I be able to walk that far? What if my knees give out? What if I get tired too quickly? You're not alone. As we get older, the desire to travel doesn't go away. If anything, it grows stronger. We want to visit family, explore new places, or simply enjoy the freedom that retirement promised. But sometimes, our bodies don't seem to get the memo. Aching joints, weaker muscles, balance issues, these challenges can make travel feel more like a risky mission than an exciting adventure. But here's the truth. Mobility issues don't mean the end of travel. Far from it. In fact, with the right tools and mindset, you can open the door to a whole new world, one where you feel confident, independent, and ready to move without fear. And that's what we're going to talk about today. In this video, we'll explore 5 life-changing mobility aids that can help seniors like you travel with ease, comfort, and joy. These aren't your grandma's walkers. These are smart, modern, and surprisingly empowering tools that can make the difference between staying home and stepping onto that plane, that train, or even just a city bus with a big smile on your face. So, stick with me until the end. Because whether you're planning your first post-retirement road trip or just want to feel safer strolling around your neighborhood, these tips could change your life in ways you never imagined. Let's start with one that's helping more people than you might expect: the foldable, lightweight travel walker. Now, I know what you might be thinking, I'm not ready for a walker. But hear me out. Today's travel walkers are nothing like the clunky metal ones you remember from the hospital. They're sleek, foldable, and ultra-lightweight. Some weigh less than 10 pounds. You can tuck them into the overhead compartment on a plane or slide them behind your car seat. And the best part? They give you stability without slowing you down. With wheels on the front and rubber tips on the back, you can glide across sidewalks, hotel lobbies, or even a cobblestone plaza without worrying about falling. And you know what else? Using a walker isn't a sign of weakness, it's a sign of wisdom. It means you're choosing safety, balance, and independence. That little bit of support can give you the confidence to go farther, stay out longer, and enjoy every moment without worrying about your legs giving out or your knees locking up halfway through a museum tour. Now, let's talk about another powerful tool, one that's often overlooked: the travel cane with a built-in seat. Yes, you heard that right. It's a cane, and it's a seat. All in one. Imagine you're in a long line at the airport, or waiting for a train, or even just enjoying the sunset at the park. Suddenly, your legs start to ache. In the past, you might have had to look for a bench, or worse, cut your plans short. But with a cane seat, you just flip it open and take a rest, anywhere, anytime. Then when you're ready, you fold it up and keep moving. It's like having a chair in your pocket. And beyond practicality, there's peace of mind. You're not dependent on someone else to find a chair for you. You're not stuck leaning against a wall. You're in control of your rest, your pace, your comfort. That's freedom. Some of the best travel canes even come with ergonomic handles, shock-absorbing tips, and lightweight aluminum frames. It's a small thing that can make a huge difference, especially when you're exploring a new city or just walking the aisles of your favorite bookstore. Both of these tools, the lightweight travel walker and the cane with a seat, are more than just aids. They're keys. Keys that unlock confidence, comfort, and the ability to move through the world with purpose. And let me tell you something I've seen over and over again. Once someone uses one of these tools for the first time, they often say the same thing: I wish I had done this sooner. Now that we've covered those first steps toward confident travel, let's keep the momentum going. Now that we've started exploring some powerful tools that can make traveling easier and more enjoyable, let's keep going. Because the truth is, when you find the right support for your body, the world really does open up. No more feeling stuck at home. No more dreading long walks through airports or sightseeing tours. And no more hesitating to say yes to that trip your kids just invited you on. So let's talk about something that has changed the game for so many seniors who love to explore: portable walkers with seats. You might be thinking, a walker? Isn't that for people who can't walk at all? But hold on, this isn't your grandmother's walker. Today's modern walkers are light, foldable, and often come with comfortable built-in seats. That means you get the support you need while walking, but you can also stop and rest whenever you want, without having to find a bench. Imagine strolling through a charming village in Italy or walking down a pier at sunset, and whenever you need a break, your seat is right there with you. These walkers often have wheels, brakes, and even small baskets to carry your essentials. Some models fold up with one hand and fit easily into the trunk of a car or even the overhead bin of a plane. This isn't about weakness. It's about making smart choices so you can go further, enjoy more, and feel less tired. And if you've been avoiding long outings because you worry about fatigue or balance, a walker with a seat is more than just equipment. It's a passport to freedom. One viewer, Marilyn from Arizona, told us she used to stay behind when her friends went on museum trips because she didn't think she could keep up. But ever since she got her lightweight rollator walker, she hasn't missed a single adventure. That's the kind of transformation we're talking about. Now, let's move to another device that often gets overlooked, but once you've used it, you'll wonder how you ever traveled without it: a travel-friendly mobility scooter. Don't picture a giant, bulky scooter that needs its own garage. Modern travel scooters are compact, easy to fold, and even designed to fit into the back seat of a car or inside a suitcase-style case. And they're powerful. Some can go up to 10 or 15 miles on a single charge, which is perfect for a full day of sightseeing. What makes them really life-changing is how they give back your confidence. Maybe your knees get stiff after a long flight. Or maybe your energy dips halfway through a theme park. A travel scooter means you don't have to push yourself past the point of enjoyment. You can go at your own pace, save your energy for the parts of the trip you really love, and most importantly, stay independent. One couple we spoke to, Bob and Linda, used to skip big trips because they didn't want to deal with walking long distances. But after getting a folding travel scooter, they finally booked that bucket list trip to Alaska. And guess what? They did it all: glaciers, wildlife tours, scenic boat rides, and Linda said she actually cried tears of joy because she never thought she'd get to do something like that again. This isn't about giving in to aging. It's about adapting, about using tools to help you keep doing what you love, just in a smarter way. And the best part? These scooters aren't just for travel. You can use them at home, at the park, or even at festivals and events. They're about freedom. Pure and simple. As we keep moving through this list, it becomes clearer and clearer that mobility isn't just about movement, it's about memory making. It's about laughter in new places, shared meals on the road, and watching sunsets in cities you've never been to before. So if a piece of equipment can help make that happen, why not say yes to it? Let's continue exploring what other amazing aids are out there to support your travel dreams. Welcome back. So far, we've looked at walkers with seats and compact travel scooters, two powerful tools that can help older adults stay active, independent, and adventure-ready. But the journey doesn't stop there. Because when you want to travel far, every step matters. And sometimes, it's the smallest changes that make the biggest difference. Let's talk about the third life-changing mobility aid: lightweight, adjustable trekking poles. Now, I know what you might be thinking: trekking poles? Aren't those for hikers climbing mountains? Yes, they are. But they're also a brilliant tool for everyday walking, especially when you're traveling and want extra support without carrying something bulky. Trekking poles help you walk more steadily, reduce pressure on your knees, and improve posture. They're fantastic for cobblestone streets in Europe, uneven trails in nature parks, or even just long strolls through large cities. The best part? They fold up small, fit easily in a suitcase or day pack, and many are adjustable for your height. One of our subscribers, Min from California, wrote to us after he used a pair on his trip to Japan. He said the poles helped him walk twice as far as usual, without knee pain. Plus, they made him feel more confident on stairs and slopes. He even joked that the trekking poles were like a second pair of legs. And don't worry, they're not just for hardcore hikers. Today's walking poles are lightweight, stylish, and some even come with ergonomic handles and shock-absorbing tips. So whether you're walking through a busy market or along a forest trail, these poles can make the journey smoother, safer, and a whole lot more enjoyable. Now let's shift gears and look at something that's absolutely essential, especially for long flights or bus rides: portable footrests and leg supports. This one's easy to overlook, but if you've ever felt your feet swell during a long trip, or had trouble getting comfortable on a plane, you'll know just how valuable a little leg support can be. Portable footrests hang from the seat in front of you and let your feet rest at a natural angle, improving circulation and reducing fatigue. Some even inflate like a pillow and give your legs something to lean on. Why does this matter? Because healthy circulation is vital for older adults, especially during travel. It helps prevent blood clots, leg cramps, and that sluggish, heavy feeling we all hate after sitting too long. For seniors, a simple footrest can be the difference between arriving refreshed and arriving exhausted. And you don't need to be on a plane to benefit. These supports are just as useful on trains, buses, or even when relaxing in a hotel room. Lightweight and compact, they slide easily into a carry-on and take just seconds to set up. They may be small, but the relief they bring? Huge. Now, before we move on to the final item on our list, let's pause and reflect on something. Each of these tools isn't just about comfort or convenience. They're about confidence. When you feel stable, when your joints are supported, when your legs are relaxed, you stop worrying about, can I handle this trip? And start thinking, where to next? So, here we are, the final part of our journey together. We've explored some incredible tools, from walkers with seats, to folding travel scooters, trekking poles, and even small comforts like portable footrests. But there's one more mobility aid we haven't talked about yet. And for many seniors, this one can be a total game changer. I'm talking about smart, foldable travel wheelchairs. And before you say, but I'm not in a wheelchair, hear me out, because this isn't about needing one, it's about having one when it matters most. A foldable travel wheelchair isn't something you use every day. It's something you bring with you, just in case. It's like packing an umbrella. You hope for sunshine, but if the weather turns, you're glad you brought it. And when you're exploring a new city, going through a big airport, or spending the day at a museum, having a lightweight wheelchair handy can be the difference between cutting your plans short and enjoying every moment. What makes the travel versions so special is how easy they are to carry. These aren't the heavy, hospital-style chairs. Today's models are ultra-light, fold in seconds, and some even come with their own storage bags. You can tuck one into the trunk of a car or check it with your luggage at the airport. And because they're made with modern materials like aluminum or carbon fiber, many weigh under 20 pounds. Now, this doesn't mean giving up your independence. In fact, it can help you keep it. Imagine you're walking through a beautiful historic district, but your feet start to ache. Instead of powering through the pain or missing out, you can take a break, ride for a bit, and keep exploring. That's not weakness, that's wisdom. I remember chatting with a couple who traveled through Italy for their 50th anniversary. They told me how the wife didn't need a wheelchair most days, but on that trip, the cobbled streets and long distances wore her out quickly. Having a foldable chair meant her husband could wheel her through the sights she didn't want to miss, and they both finished the trip with memories, not exhaustion. And there's something freeing about having that backup. Just knowing it's there takes the pressure off. It allows you to say yes to more things, because you know there's a safety net if your legs say no. So, let's take a moment to really appreciate what we've covered. 5 simple, powerful tools that aren't about limitation, they're about liberation. About saying yes to life, yes to travel, yes to adventure, at any age. If you've been putting off that dream trip, or avoiding long walks because of fear or fatigue, maybe now's the time to reimagine what's possible. Because mobility isn't just physical, it's emotional. It's the freedom to move, to see, to do, and to live fully. And here's the best part, you don't have to wait for anyone's permission. You don't need to be a fitness model or a seasoned hiker. You just need to choose the right tools, plan wisely, and be kind to your body. Every journey you take, no matter how big or small, adds richness to your life. So pack smart, walk proudly, rest when you need, and roll when you must. Because adventure doesn't end when we get older, it just changes shape. And now, you're ready for it. If this video inspired you, let us know in the comments. Have you tried any of these mobility aids? Do you have a favorite travel tip for staying comfortable and confident on the road? We'd love to hear your stories. And don't forget, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone you care about. Your support means the world to us. Here's to living boldly, traveling freely, and embracing every mile with joy. Until next time, stay safe, stay strong, and keep exploring. Subscribe, comment below, and tell us, what travel topic should we cover next for our vibrant over 60 community?